All right, so welcome back to AI Brief. It's episode 104, and today we're going to jump into some pretty big things happening in the world of AI. We've got some updates on what OpenAI is up to with their future models, and Microsoft is really changing up their game with Copilot. There's also a new report predicting some pretty big advancements in AI just over the horizon, so a lot to unpack here.
Absolutely. So let's start with OpenAI. It looks like their original plans for GPT-5 have been kind of put on hold for now.
Interesting. What happened there?
Well, it seems like they've run into some roadblocks trying to merge all their different models into one single product.
So it's not just a delay, it sounds like a total rethink.
Yeah, the CEO, Sam Altman, actually said that integrating these models is much harder than they expected. But the good news is that this means GPT-5 could be even better than they initially thought.
Okay, so something even bigger might be coming down the line, but in the meantime, what's happening with their other models?
Well, the full versions of what they're calling O3 and O4 Mini are expected to launch separately in the next few weeks. Those are probably going to be more specialized versions of their core technology.
Got it. So kind of a strategy of offering different AI capabilities for different needs.
Exactly.
Mm.
Now let's talk about Microsoft. They're really stepping up their game with Copilot. They're adding some really impressive new features like memory capabilities.
So it's going to be able to remember past conversations and tailor itself to my preferences.
That's right. It's becoming much more personalized and integrated into your workflow. They're also introducing something called Actions, which lets Copilot interact directly with the web to do things for you.
So I could tell it to book a flight and it would actually go and do it.
Exactly. That's the idea. And there's more.
Mhm.
They're launching Copilot Vision, which integrates with your phone's camera and your Windows screen.
So I could point my phone at a document and have it instantly summarized.
Yes, or analyze something on your screen without having to take a screenshot. It's pretty cool.
Sounds like they're trying to make Copilot an essential part of how we use technology every day.
Definitely. They're also adding some great productivity tools like Pages for Research Organization, an AI podcast creator, and deep research for more complex questions.
Wow, that's a lot. But the big question is whether people will actually choose to use Microsoft for all these things outside of work. I mean, there's already a lot of competition from Google, OpenAI, and Meta.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. Now, let's move on to some pretty eye-opening research. A report called AI 2027 from a former OpenAI researcher is making some bold predictions.
Oh, really? What kind of predictions?
They're saying that we could see superhuman AI within the next 2 years.
Yeah.
It's not just incremental progress. They're talking about a potential intelligence explosion.
Whoa, within 2 years, that seems pretty soon.
It does.
Huh.
But they lay out a timeline where we could see increasingly capable AI agents by 2025, then AI systems that can code better than humans, and potentially full artificial general intelligence by 2027.
Okay, so how likely is this rapid development scenario?
Well, the report outlines two possible paths. One where development continues at its current speed, even with safety concerns, and another where things slow down to focus on safety. But their projection for the rapid development scenario is pretty dramatic. They say that superintelligence could achieve years of technological progress in just a week, potentially leading to global economic dominance by 2029.
Wow, that's a lot to take in. It's pretty sobering to think about.
It is. They also highlight the geopolitical risks, the increasing use of AI in military systems, and the need to understand how these advanced AI systems will actually reason and make decisions.
So this is coming from a former OpenAI researcher, someone who's been on the inside.
Exactly. His name is Daniel Kokotajlo, and
Yeah.
he was actually a key figure in the Right to Warn letter, which raised concerns about safety and whistleblower protection at AI labs. So his perspective definitely carries some weight.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that even as AI advances, it's crucial to have these conversations about safety and ethics and how to make sure these powerful technologies are used responsibly.
Definitely. Now let's shift gears and talk about some other interesting AI news. There were reports that OpenAI considered buying an AI hardware startup co-founded by Jony Ive and Sam Altman for over $500 million.
So what was the goal there?
They were reportedly looking to develop screenless AI-powered personal devices. It gives you a glimpse into some of the potential future form factors for AI.
Yeah, it's fascinating to think about how these technologies might change how we interact with the world around us.
Absolutely. Microsoft also gave us a sneak peek at what their Muse AI model can do. They showed off its ability to generate playable game environments with a demo of Quake 2.
So AI is moving beyond just text and code into creating immersive experiences.
Exactly. We also heard that Anthropic's next generation model, Claude 4, is expected to launch in the next 6 months or so.
Okay, so more powerful language models on the way.
Yes, which means more competition and potentially even better tools for users in the future.
Good to know. On the legal front, there's been some interesting developments. A federal judge has denied OpenAI's motion to dismiss the lawsuit filed by the New York Times.
So the legal battle over AI and copyright is continuing.
Exactly. The judge said that the New York Times couldn't have known about potential copyright infringement by ChatGPT before it was released, so this case could have big implications for how copyrighted material is used in AI training.
Absolutely. And on a more positive note, a researcher at Brookhaven National Laboratory has apparently used OpenAI's O3 mini-high model to solve a complex physics problem.
So AI is making its way into scientific research as well.
Yes, it shows the potential of these advanced models for scientific discovery and innovation.
Exciting times. Google is also making moves. They're making the full version of their Gemini 2.5 Pro model available to developers through their API.
So they're trying to make their most advanced model accessible to a wider audience.
Right. And even though it's their most expensive model, they're saying it's still cheaper than some of its competitors like Claude 3.7 and GPT 4.5.
So that could lead to a lot of new applications being built using this advanced AI.
Definitely. And what about the TikTok saga? Any updates there?
Well, it looks like the Trump administration is extending the ban for another 75 days.
Okay, so still no resolution there, but meanwhile, Applovin has emerged as another potential buyer.
That's right. So the future TikTok is still very much up in the air.
All right, and finally, let's talk about a company called Sandbox AQ. They're focused on using quantum computing to make AI more efficient, and they just got a huge funding boost.
Yes, they secured another $150 million in funding, including investments from Google and NVIDIA, which brings their total valuation to $5.75 billion.
Wow, so quantum computing and AI are a powerful combination.
It seems so. This investment is a clear sign that the tech world is taking this synergy seriously.
Definitely. Now let's take a quick look at some of the trending AI tools that are out there. One that caught my eye is Dream Actor M1, which can turn still images into full body animations for motion capture.
So you could take a photo and bring it to life with realistic movement.
Exactly. That's
Oh,
pretty amazing. Amazon has also launched a new tool called Buy for Me. It's an AI agent that can make purchases from other websites.
so it's like a universal shopping assistant.
Yes, very convenient for online shoppers. Adobe Premiere Pro has also added some new AI-powered features like generative extend and media intelligence.
Those are designed to make video editing much faster and easier.
Okay, so AI is really streamlining creative workflows.
Absolutely. There's also a tool called Action Kit, which offers over 1,000 integration actions for AI agents.
So it's expanding what AI can do and connect to.
Exactly. And if you're looking for a way to manage your schedule more effectively, there's an AI tool called Clockwise. It can schedule meetings and automate your calendar.
Sounds like a great way to save time and reduce stress.
There's also Ready, which lets you build websites simply by talking to AI.
So it's making web development much more accessible.
That's the idea. And if you need help organizing your thoughts and ideas, Tana AI can transform your notes into various formats like tasks, projects, or even web pages.
Very cool. And finally, there's Runway Gen 4, which represents a big step forward in AI video generation.
It allows for consistent characters and environments across different scenes with much greater control.
So AI is becoming more and more powerful as a creative tool.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
So as you can see, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into the world of AI, from the changing strategies of big tech companies to groundbreaking research and exciting new tools.
It's amazing how quickly this field is evolving and how it's impacting so many aspects of our lives.
Absolutely. And it's more important than ever to stay informed about these advancements and how they might affect us.
So if you found this deep dive helpful, please consider following AI Brief for more insights, and don't forget to share this with anyone else who might be interested in the world of AI.
Thanks for listening.
Until next time.